Hi friends, I'm Felicia. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about my reading plans for April. I am taking part in the Owl's Magical Readathon for the second time. Yeah, last year was my first time. And yeah, I'll leave information down below if you're not familiar with it, although it's very popular. Phone just rang, so lost where I was. So I'm taking part in the Owl's Readathon. I have chosen to do the wand maker career this year, so I need to read 5 books, and so I will tell you what they are. The first subject is Ancient Runes, and the prompt for that one is to read a book with heart on the cover or in the title. So for that I am reading Paper Hearts by Meg Wiviot. I always feel so weird saying that word, like it doesn't sound right coming out of my mouth. I've actually started this one already. So this is a free verse novel, and it's set in World War II, and it follows the points of view of 2 girls who are sent to Auschwitz. And so so far it's very good, very sad already, and it's based on a real story. I'm enjoying it so far. Why does it always feel like it's wrong to say that you're enjoying a World War II novel? The next course? What did I already say? The next course is arithmancy, and the prompt for that is to read a book outside of your favorite genre. For that I'm actually going to be reading Orange by Ichigo Takano. And this is actually the first volume of the whole bind-up. Manga, I enjoy manga. It's not my favorite, but I enjoy it. And I've heard lots of good things about this. And I was lucky enough to pick this up from my library. If you don't watch my vlogs, my library actually got these in. I was gonna go in on like, what was it, like the 15th or something, that Monday after everything shut, and I was gonna go pick them up, and then I forgot, and I was like, oh, I'll do it the next day. And then that night they're like, yeah, we're gonna be closed as of today. And I was like, crap. But then they phoned me the next day and they were like, you can come pick up your holds. And I was like, yes. So I got this. So I'm gonna be reading this as the next book for my prompts. Yeah. The next course is Care of Magical Creatures, and for that one you're supposed to read a book with that has a creature with a beak on the cover. So for that one, I'm going to be reading Wuthering Tights by Louise Renison. As you can see, this owl has a beak. So, yeah, I was just an enormous fan of Georgia Nicholson growing up. So this is I guess kind of a companion trilogy. This is the first book, and it follows Georgia's cousin, I believe. So, and it's just a trilogy. So I am looking forward to reading this. It could use some very lighthearted reads at this point in time. The next course is Charms, and the prompt for that one is to read a book with a white cover. So for that one I have Sex, Lies, and Handwriting by Michelle Dresbold. I bought this book quite a while ago, and to be honest, I've always kind of like been fascinated by handwriting analysis, but at the same time I don't really think there's much stock in that. But basically I'm like a handwriting, I don't know what the word is. I was gonna say, nope, that's gone too. I've always like enjoyed aficionado. I've always enjoyed looking at people's handwriting, and so that's basically why I got this. So I'll be reading this and seeing if it's any good. And then the last course that I have to take is Herbology, and for that one you're supposed to read a book with a title that starts with M. So I will be reading A Midsummer Night's Dream, which is the second book in the Tallulah Casey series. Yeah, it starts with an M. So that's basically it. So those are the 5 books that I need to read for my owls. Last year I read all 12 books, and while I would like to attempt that again, I have so many other books that I would like to read right now that don't fit the prompts, and so I'm not even gonna try to shoehorn books in that I'm not the most interested in right now. But I do have still quite a few more books to talk about, so let's talk about them. So my in real life book club is reading The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas, and I haven't started it yet. And the way we do book club is we meet every other month. Our next meeting would be in May, and at this point, who knows if we're gonna actually meet in May. But anyways, so we were gonna actually split it up into half. So we would be reading this over 4 months. So I don't intend to finish it, but I want to read half of it this month. So that's my plan for that. As a book club, we read The Count of Monte Cristo not this past winter, but the winter before, and we all loved it. So I have high hopes for The Three Musketeers. Okay, and then I'm taking part in the Anne-along hosted by Tia and All the Books and Amanda from the Curly Reader. And so for April we will be reading Anne of Windy Poplars. And this is actually the book that I had most recently finished when the Anne-along started. So I just started the series over. So this one will be the most fresh in my memory, I guess. And then after this, then it will be the books that I've only read like once before. So I'm actually looking forward to getting past this one. Love my Tundra editions, illustrated by Ellie Mackay. I have to say that every time because she deserves the credit. And then I'm taking part also in the Unread Shelf Project, which is hosted on Instagram by Whitney at the Unread Shelf. Each month there's a different prompt and you're supposed to read that book or get rid of it. And so the prompt for April is to read your most recently acquired book, which is fantastic because I'm sure a lot of people tend to do this. You buy a new book, but you don't let yourself read it right away because you're like, I need to finish these books first and then I can read that one. And then you end up just losing your excitement for it and just putting it off, and then it becomes like an old book, right? And it's like, read it when you're excited about it. And so I'm going to be reading The Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Mandel. I'm so excited to read this. I'm nervous and excited. It has to do with a Ponzi scheme, and to be truthful, I'm not even sure I know what a Ponzi scheme is. But yeah, I don't really care. I guess I'll find out when I read this. I don't really care what it's about because it's Emily St. John Mandel's new book. I've heard lots of good things about it. People are loving it, so I'm excited. Just a few more books. So I have a challenge for myself to read 6 books about marriage this year, and so kind of figure one every other month. And so I did not read one in March, so this is my one for March and April. And it's this old book that I stole from my mom. 52 Simple Ways to Say I Love You, and the author is Stephen Arterburn and Carl Dreisler, and it's literally just 52, I don't know, ideas of how to be romantic or have a date or something like that. So I'm not planning to read it and then do all the things, but I'll read it and then I'll do a few of the things. I don't know. But yeah, so there's this old one. When was it even published? 91. This book is almost as old as me. I have a few more books that are not prompts or challenges or anything, but they're all finishing up series. So firstly, I have the second and final volume of the Orange bind up, so I'll be reading this, hopefully. Just finish it up right away. And then I have The Taming of the Tights by Louise Renison. So this is the last book in the Tallulah Casey series. And then I have Queen of Nothing by Holly Black, which is the last book in the Folk of the Air series. Yeah, I want to finish that one. And then I have The Toll by Neil Shusterman. Look at how big this is. Yeah, really been enjoying this series. So I have the three books from the library that are series finishers. I just want to read them and get them finished before, have to bring them back to the library, because the library is closed right now, so I should have all the time in the world to finish them, right? Right. So I think those 15 books that I want to read in April. Oh, and then I also want to listen to The Sign of the Four by Sherlock Holmes. I'm trying to finish the Ultimate Sherlock Holmes collection on audio from Audible, which is narrated by Stephen Fry. I would like to finish that all this year, so I want to read The Sign of the Four. That's the next one. So there's that. And then I have 4 more books that I'm in 5 that I have in progress. One of them is like an Easter devotional, so I'll finish that one before Easter. So then I have 4 more books that I'm like have in progress that I would like to finish. So, I mean, being in self-isolation, as I'm sure many of you are, I'm getting a lot of reading done. But also I want to clean my house. Like, you know, do like a deep clean and declutter. So hopefully I can balance that. So I'm like being super productive with my time and like finishing a lot of books. I am also working from home. I do have to go into the office like twice a week just to pick up paperwork and stuff. But it's definitely usually not enough to keep me busy all day. Like some days I don't have that much to do. So then I have lots of time for reading and stuff. So I have not experienced boredom yet in the past 3 weeks. It just hasn't happened. I am a homebody. Chris and I love to be at home. And so this is not a hardship for us, really. I'm starting to get to the point where I really miss being with my family and my friends, but we've been talking lots and video chatting and playing Jackbox games on like Discord together, so it's very fun. And yeah, we're keeping in touch. We're keeping well. I hope that you're all doing well. Yeah, I hope that you're reading something good. So let me know what you think of my reading plans. Wish me all of the luck that I can finish. If I can finish all of these books in a month, I would actually be floored. So my main priority is reading the Owls books, and then my marriage book and the Anne book. So 7 priority reads, and then the rest are like, I can finish them whenever really, but yeah, so let me know what you think. Tell me something that you're reading in April. And thanks a lot for watching. I hope that you will leave a comment down below, like and subscribe if you're not already. And until next time, so long, and thanks for all the fish.